Hey there, my friends, it's Dave Wood, and I'm chilling out here today on this relaxed, beautiful tropical day in front of my swimming pool. And I wanted to do a quick intro to this video and explain why I've been showing you some of the things that I've been showing you, because this is a generic show, and the content that we provide here, we want you to be able to use in any business or just to grow yourself. And whether it's for any business, I got my little dog here. Hello. Say hello. Hello to the camera. Anyway, so whether it's for your own business or whether you want to take this and apply it if you're an affiliate inside of Empower Network, it actually doesn't matter. So I did a couple of posts the other day that were they were about how I build my own business, and I was talking about something called the Empower Wheel. And one of the trainings was something that I did for my affiliates, and the other training was something that I did for my staff internally that are actually making phone calls and connecting with our customers. And I was teaching them how and why we do the things that we do. Now, here's the thing. I actually got some feedback from people that they're like, hey, Dave, I don't understand if this is a generic show, why you do all this company-specific stuff in here, which really we've done it a few times. And this is why. Let me explain it. It's because I want to give you real-life tools, right? And the easiest way to get a real-life example of something is to actually do it for real. So in other words, if I teach you recruiting skills, for example, if you have a network marketing business or if you have a coaching business, let's say you want clients, right? Well, getting a client is fundamentally the same as recruiting somebody if you're doing it right. You actually do the exact same things. You actually use the same language, right? If you're coaching somebody, getting them to the next step versus just getting them started is actually fundamentally the same skill, right? So when you're watching these things and when you're seeing things that I'm doing in my own team, in my own organization, you can take this and you can actually apply it to anything. And the cool thing is that these conversational and also structural processes that I use to move people from one point to another point, you can literally model those out and you can take this information and you could just directly apply it in your business and you can get sales like that. So if you're watching this and you're like, well, I'm not in Empower Network, right? Especially with what I'm going to show you now, you're like, well, how can I use this? It should be a sort of, well, duh, obviously I could use it to go recruit more people and sell more things in my business if I could sell like that, right? So these are the skills that we actually teach people in our products. And so today I'm actually going to show you something special in those skills. I'm going to come back at the end of this. I'm actually going to talk about what just happened, okay? What I'm actually going to show you is I'm going to show you live me actually recruiting somebody. Now, obviously, this is a company-specific thing. I actually don't even think I mentioned the name of the company in there. But if you watch this whole conversation, I want you to watch and listen to the flow and the structure of this conversation and see what I'm actually doing. Because if you listen to me do this live, if you see me do this live, it literally is not only exactly what I teach, I actually do it better when I'm doing it than I do when I'm teaching it. And so as you're watching this video and as you're paying attention to this, I want you to feel privileged, because had I had access to information like what I've been showing you when I started my business, I would have made money so much faster. It would have been like that. And the reason is because I would have seen what to do, then I would have known what to do, right? But as it was, I had to figure this stuff out on my own. So in case you're watching this and you're like, well, he's recruiting somebody in his business, I'm in this other business, it actually is totally irrelevant. If you're like, well, I don't recruit people, I sell this kind of a product, it's totally irrelevant. If you're like, well, I don't even do that, I'm like a personal fitness coach, well, don't you want more clients? This is the structure and the art of getting clients. There's a structure and there's a flow to the language. And so this is me. I'm on a Zoom hangout, I pull a guy out and I recruit him live right there on the spot, and you can actually see how I did that. I actually scheduled him in to join on Friday because that was when he was going to have money available. He knows it's recorded, he knows it's here, and he's in the team. And so if you're watching this, you're actually watching a real person live on a hangout that I recruited, where I was recruiting one person after the other person after the other person after the other person, like I do every time I get live. So this, my friends, is priceless information. It is much better than me training something, because you're actually seeing me do it. And if you just listen to it and if you just do it, become a parrot, it really doesn't matter what you're selling. I don't even think I actually talk about what I'm selling in here. I just actually recruit him live, right? And I can get about 100% on this process. And so I'm going to come talk about it after you watch it. I'm going to tell you how to apply it in your own business. Go ahead and watch it now. I'll be back. Okay, so George, he would like to come out and say what he learned. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, George. So George, what did you learn about when you just heard us do that? Like, what was it that you picked up?
I picked up several things. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, George. How you doing?
Okay. I picked up several things. To me, it was very smooth and like conversational. How you connected with her, and also to me, it felt like you made sure that she felt. I'll use the word safe, through the whole process. There was never a time where it felt like you were pressuring her. It was just like you were walking her through it, but more or less she was in control by the answers that she gave, and it felt really comfortable to me watching you work with her. Very comfortable, no salesy at all.
Well, yeah, and nobody feels, nobody feels comfortable when they feel like they're pushing, right?
Right.
And so what we really want is we want to do things in a way where, like see that conversation, does it make sense to you how that would totally help her get what she wants?
Yes.
And then she's coming in and she knows what to do to help other people get started. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I like the fact that you never said, okay, you're ready to get started or something like that. It was just a smooth process where it was assumed that she was ready because she told you that she was ready.
Well, yeah, because if she tells me, number one, we have a connection. It doesn't work without a connection, right? Does that make sense, George?
Right.
Yes. Number one, we have a connection. Number two, I know what she wants. Number three, I know why she wants it. Number four, right? Did you see her light up a little bit when she was talking about pursuing her passion with the film?
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. So George, are you in the team yet?
No, I'm not.
You're not. Do you mind if I ask you some few questions?
Sure.
Okay. And by the way, if in any part in this you're like, hey, we're good, go ahead and just tell me. Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay, so let me ask you this, George. What was it about what we're doing that made you attracted to attend this Zoom hangout tonight?
Actually attending the hangout, or what you covered in the hangout?
Oh, yeah, no, like what was it that made you want to come? What are you looking for?
Oh, okay. I talked to Greg earlier.
Uh-huh.
And he told me a little bit about it, and it was unusual from things that I've seen before. How you're like in the line, I call it.
Well, yeah, it's unusual because we're putting people in the line.
Yeah. That's I haven't seen it done that way before, and it's appealing. And then when he talked about the training process, that made me feel compelled, to come to the hangout, because I like the group training and that sort of thing.
Okay, so you felt compelled to come to the group training, and did you like what you heard so far? Does it make sense how this could work for you?
Yeah, because the things that you put on the whiteboard, I like how you went step by step, and none of it seemed like it was something that I couldn't do. Every step you took, it seemed I was saying to myself, I can do that. That's not difficult.
Right. So I mean, like, you could do this, and it's not anything you couldn't do. What is it that you're looking for in building? Are you looking to build a business online? Or are you looking to build a business from home? Like, what is exactly that you're looking for?
Yeah, I want to build a business from home.
You want to build a business from home. What for? Like, are you looking to make money? Are you looking to help people? Like, what is it that you're exactly looking to do?
Yeah, I'm looking to make money. One of my goals is to be able to give a significant amount of money to charity, and then I want to be debt free, and just be financially comfortable.
Okay, so you want to give a significant amount of money to charity. You want to be debt free, and you want to be financially comfortable. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
I heard you light up a little bit when you talked about being financially comfortable. Is that something that's really important to you?
Yes, that's very important, because I like helping people, and if I see somebody that is really in need of something, if I can reach out and help them, and I'm not going to have to get my lights turned off when I help them, then it's that kind of stuff that I enjoy doing.
Right. So it's like you want to help them, and you don't want your lights turned off when you're helping them.
Exactly. I want us to both have lights.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense to me, because I've had my lights turned off before. Sometimes because I forgot to pay, and other times because I couldn't. So I know what that's like. So, George, how much money would it take for you to make every month in order to be able to be financially comfortable, so you could help people without thinking about your lights getting turned off?
To be comfortable, right about 4 or 5K.
Okay, so 4 or 5K monthly?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to make 4 or 5K, be financially comfortable. And how many hours do you have right now per week where you could dedicate those hours towards doing exactly what we tell you to do in order to make that $4,000 to $5,000 a month like you want? Like how much time do you have per week?
Right now, I could do probably 3 hours a day.
Okay, so 3 hours a day now. So that worked out to 21 or 15 hours. Let's say 5 days a week. Like how many hours total per week would you say? 15, 20?
Yeah, I'd say median 15.
Okay, so median of 15. And what time of the day do you have where you could dedicate those 3 hours per day in order to make the 3 to 5K that you want? Like what?
Right now, my schedule is pretty flexible, so I could do pretty much any time that would be necessary.
So you could do any time that would be necessary right now, and it would be about 3 hours a day that would work for you.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, great. And what other resources do you have that you could dedicate towards your business to get started to making $3,000 to $5,000 a month, so you could be financially comfortable like you want? Like, what do you have available to you to get started in the form of resources like Facebook account, relationships and network marketing? Like, what's available to you to get started?
Right now, what I have available is the time that we just talked about. Then I do have a Facebook account, and
Okay.
that's about it right now.
Well, the great thing is that with a Facebook account, and that's it, you can actually start creating some results. And as long as you can create results, we can use that to create more resources and more results. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, now George, I want to set kind of a rule for our relationship moving forward, and I'll put some qualifications on this because I know we just met, but I like to build an honesty and honest relationship back and forth, and so I'm going to be 100% honest with you, and I'd like it if you could be 100% honest with me. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Now, if there's anything that you're not comfortable about talking about in front of people, just say not comfortable, and we can connect in a different space where there's not people around, and we can get you in the team contact one-on-one. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, great. So first thing I'd like to ask, George, and this is important to me because I want to help you, but I can't help you if I don't know what you want, and I don't know why you want it. I don't know you're committed to get it. So what I'd like to know is on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you fit? And 1 would be like, you know what, Dave, I don't really want to make $3,000 to $5,000 a month. I don't really want to be financially comfortable. It's not really important to me if my lights are shut off. Really, I just want to touch your hair, and I don't want to hurt your feelings. So I'm just playing along. And a 10 would be like this. A 10 would be like, Dave, I want to be financially comfortable right now. I will do whatever it takes. I will dedicate 3 to 5 hours a week, and I will listen to advice and take immediate action. Are you more like a 1 or are you more like a 10?
Honestly, I would have to say I'm probably a 9.
About a 9, right?
Yeah.
You're about a 9, and that's perfectly fair. I mean, it sounds like you're ready to get started, and you just want to make sure that it's going to work for you in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so another question I've got for you, George. What financial resources do you have available in order to get started in building your business to dedicate towards making $3,000 to $5,000 a month like you want?
At this moment, I don't really have the financial resources that I need.
Okay, and what financial resources do you need?
To get started.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, how much is that? Like, how much do you feel like it would be in order to get started? Like, what would you need as far as financial resources?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I just know that I don't have.
Well, if you could come up with it, like how much financial resources could you come up with? And it's okay. By the way, there's a lot of people here. I was homeless when I got started, so there's no embarrassment here. The purpose is to create stories. Does that make sense?
Yes, exactly.
So like what financial resources could you put on a credit card, or could you come up with that you could use to get started?
Today, this moment?
Yeah. Or by if not now, by the end of the week, but I mean, today is fine.
Oh, by the end of the week? Depending on how things go, probably 100.
Okay, so you could come up with $100 to get started.
Probably, yeah.
And could you do that now, or could you do that more by the end of the week?
It would be more like the end of the week.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So what we'll do, George, is because I understand exactly where you're at, by the way, and I hear some resistance in your voice talking about that, and that's fine. I mean, I have been broker than anybody here, right? Multiple times. And so if you don't have resources, we want to help you learn to create resources. And right now, are you working, George? You not working?
Actually, 2 strikes against me right now. I'm not working, and I'm in the middle of a divorce.
Right. And those can be expensive.
Tell me about it.
I heard that in your voice, by the way. So like you really have little resources, you've got some time, and you need to find a way to build your business within those resources and that time that you have. Is that right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay, as long as we can help you do that and help you get started in a way that fits within those hours, it sounds like you're ready to get started later this week.
Yes.
Okay, great. So here's what we're going to do next, George, is because you're not ready to get started right now, what we're going to do next is, if you could find a way to do it now, we could lock you in because there are people joining on this webinar. And as they're joining, those people would be in your team. Does that make sense?
Right.
And you can actually make money from that. And so if it's not possible to get started now, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to put you in touch with Greg. And then later this week, when you're ready to get started, we're going to go ahead and just walk you through the enrollment process. We'll get you plugged into the right training, and then we'll get you to do new member coaching to make sure that you can dedicate the time that you have with the budget that you have and help you reach the $3,000 to $5,000 a month like you want. Is that fair?
Awesome. Yes, great. Absolutely.
Well, welcome to the team. I'm looking forward to working with you. Greg, can you send a private message to George and just arrange a call? What day would you be able to get started, George?
I'm thinking Friday.
Friday, okay. Greg, I think you're in the comments. Greg, could you reach out to George and just schedule something in a private message and just type yes if you can do that? Is that okay? I just want to make sure Greg's on here. And if he's not available, I'll shoot him a private message. He might be on another call. Hold on just 1 second. Greg, hold on. I think Greg is actually on another call. So, hey, could somebody else on the team, like Alicia, could you send Greg a message and just let him know to give George a call back? Okay, she sent him a message. So here's what we're going to do, George. I wanted to welcome you aboard personally. And anybody on here, this is how this works, right? George, did you feel like I was pressuring you in that process at all?
Zero pressure.
Zero pressure, right? And you want to get started for your own reasons. Is that correct?
Exactly.
And do you feel like if I showed you how to do this way, that this is something that you could do?
Yeah, you're a good teacher, and I'm a good student, and I feel like I could follow the routine very, very easily.
Well, you can, and as long as you just do exactly what we say, I can help you start down that path. And there's other couple things. The only other thing I'd recommend, George, is, and this is really important, is it okay if I give you some just direct man-to-man advice here?
Absolutely.
Okay. I would go out and I would get a job too. Okay. And the reason is because I can help you make money. But I don't want you to depend on this for your stability because I want to make sure that the lights don't get turned out. Does that make sense? So is it okay? Can you commit to me that between now and Friday, you'll just go and look for any job that you can find?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Okay,
and just to get, and this is just man-to-man, dude. Doesn't matter what it is for now. If it can pay the bills, and it's legal, so your light's gonna stay on because I heard that in your voice, right? Yeah. I want you to just go get a job, and over the next few months, I can help you to build a stable income. But I want you to just get stable and just go do whatever it takes right now. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm looking forward to giving you a hug, seeing you at our next event, and seeing the transformation that you have because I've already heard the transformation. I believe that you believe you can do this. Do you believe you can do it?
I do. And you mentioned earlier that you did martial arts, and I do martial arts as well. But in our system, we do introductory lessons for kids that wants to do martial arts. And so I'm familiar with building rapport and things like that. So that's why I said it felt really comfortable for me.
Well, and as a compliment to you, George, you've got a great energy in your voice, and it sounds like you really want to help people, and that's the kind of person that I like to work with. So I'm actually really looking forward to it.
I love helping people. Yeah.
Me too. I'm looking forward to helping you, and I like the fact you do martial arts. We get together, show each other some things at one of the next events.
Wow, that would be fun.
Just like you, I like to learn too. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute you, or can you mute yourself out, George? And then I'll just move on. Is that okay? Give him a hand, everybody. I know you can't hear.
Hey there, my friend. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was a real gentleman that I had recruited live. Actually, it was just last night on a Zoom hangout, and he got involved and he said, "Yep, I'm in." And you saw that whole conversation, the process from start to finish, and how there was no rejection, there was no negativity, there was no, I don't want that. He actually didn't even ask any questions. And you're like, well, everybody wouldn't respond like that. You know, sometimes I get some feedback and they're like, well, Dave, I can't just get on a conversation and have the person ask me no questions. And that's because you're not doing it very well. The reality is that when you recruit in a certain kind of a structure, it always goes like this. In fact, I remember when I first really got this down, it was 2000. I'm a lot better now, but it was like back in 2009 when I just started to hit a wave of recruiting and I just started to build the skill real well. I remember I went 3 months, where I'd have 4 back-to-back recruiting calls a day in 2 hours, where somebody would join for $500 and the next call they'd join for $500 and the next call they'd join for $500. I'd have 4 back-to-back, right? And finally, at the end of 3 months, there was one guy whose credit card didn't go through, and it was actually, he didn't have enough money, but he wanted to buy. So in other words, in 3 months, 4 calls a day, 5 days a week is when I used to schedule those. So I'd have that's 20 a week, back to back to back to back to back to back, with 0 people telling me no. And then finally I had a sale where the guy wanted to join and his card failed, but he wanted to get in. And how do I do it? I do it just like I just showed you how to do it. Most valuable thing you could possibly see, no matter what you're doing, because you just saw a real person make a real decision from a real conversation that was actually recorded live, right? And I've got tons of conversations like that. I've got tons of training that teaches you how to do that. And I've actually got some bonuses on the next page. You'll actually get to hear an audio of it. I'd recommend you listen to that again and again. And you'll get an audio of it. You'll get a workbook. And you're also going to get an opportunity to work with us on helping reach your goals and dreams. And you could do that by filling out another form that's more detailed on the next page, right? However, I want you to claim your bonuses and I want you to master these skills. And why is it good for you to master these skills? It's good to master skills because when you master the skill and the art of selling and conversions and getting people to say, yes, yes, I want that, what happens is that you now become in charge of your destiny because you can control the result that you're getting, right? If you can't help people through the process of making the decisions that they already want to make, right, you can't really build a business. And so that's what these skills, they help you to do. And so what you need to do right now, what you need to do right now is you need to go down below, write a detailed comment, and then after you do, put in your email and hit the button. And on the next page, I have some bonuses for you. And what I have for you on that next page is I've got an audio that you can listen to, and you can take that audio and listen to it again and again. And the more you listen to it, the more the language will be inside your mind. The more you listen to it, the more you'll speak in the right way. The more you listen to it, the more you'll get these skills down. So download that audio on the next page. I want you to scroll down now, put in your email, hit the button, and download that audio on the next page. Go ahead and do that right now. And I'll see you there in your bonuses, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Daily Shortcut.